Okay, so we are actually working on a few things today. As you can see, this shelf is not here now, but I don't know if you guys remember or not, when I did this house tour, I actually did this closet. And it's a closet that has nice lighting, outlets, and it's pretty big for a closet. But anyway, my goal is to make this into a recording studio, so I can get back to doing my videos every day like I used to do. So we're doing a few car vlogs and things like that, but I'm gonna actually get back to doing like reviews and stuff. I have ordered some things that I'm gonna be showing you, and a few things that I'm not quite certain about. So I was actually housing my lounge flies and stuff like that in here. Okay, so just a little update as to where I am. When you walk into the room, I just have like these where my lounge flies and stuff are back here. I guess I could use that for display, but these are the shelves over here. My tripod and stuff can fit perfectly right there. There's Georgia. She's like, what's going on? She got shaved recently, so. But this is just some of the stuff I have in here. Of course, it is a disaster. Great thing about this is I can put this stuff back up. So that stuff has not been put up since I moved. That is my Dobby right there. So it can go back up here. We had like Fox the Phoenix and stuff like that up there. So we can bring all that back in here. These are all Pop Funkos. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with all these yet. There's quite a few of them. I got them, but I never really truly wanted them in my collection because a lot of the stuff that I do is like realistic stuff or like things we got from like the actual parks. And so they just don't really match up to anything else that's in here, nor downstairs in the main room. So I'm thinking I'm probably just going to like put them on eBay or something. I don't know. Do you guys collect the Pop Funkos or Funko Pops? What do you think about them? The only things I have that aren't realistic looking are like the lounge fly, the little clips like that. But for the most part, everything I have is like a true replica, like the replica Quibbler, but it's a lounge fly bag. This is just stuff. And then of course these are bags, and that's just stuff in that one. But I'm kind of thinking this is what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to, on the desk part of it, to start with, what I may do is just put a chair back here, pull these forward, and just use that as my worktop for while I'm starting to film until I can figure out exactly what I'm going to do for the desk part of it. Thinking it's just going to go right here. I don't need a big one. I don't really do that much with like big pieces. And if I do, I can still go film in like the designer room for my designer bags. And I can just kind of get out and about and do things other than that. So this will just be for like DIYs, showing you new products that come in and things like that. So, and the week try it before you buy it. So that's where we are. I'll get back with you later. Okay, so here we are. I actually ended up working on this for a couple of days now. It's just because I ended up not having a whole lot of time, it's Georgia, to get it all done the first day like I had planned. So this is the designer room. This is the other bedroom. This is the one of the bathrooms. But this right here is, when I showed the house tour, I was showing this as the closet, which it is, but this ended up with. So here's where we are. It's very small. However, it's not set up properly yet in the new house. These are the items that I have not been able to put out because of just not having room or not wanting to use rooms for my collections. This is not done yet. This is extra stuff. These are all of the Funkos. These are full of stuff that still needs to be put up, and this is my filming stuff plus one thing that we need to unbox. So I wanted, and this right here is something that I just kind of came up with as I was going through a box like this. So I had all of this stuff before, and I have asked in videos what you guys do with like your park maps and things like that. I don't want to get rid of them, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do with them, right? So I decided to take one of these that I had left over. I just didn't have it filled up yet. I just had stuff in it. Like that one down there has stuff in it. I decided to take one of these, and I have the opening up here, okay? And I just started putting stuff in here that I don't want to get rid of, but I don't really know what I want to do with it. And so I have it all without getting rid of it, but I can see a lot of it too. So it's kind of like a, what we would call, I guess, a junk drawer, but you can see everything in there. Kind of. I mean, I have extra buttons and stuff like that. These are like some of the room keys and stuff from when we have stayed different places. Like this is a Gideon's from when we went to Gideon's. There's more of those in there. I won't let this stuff get bent up, but I wanted to keep it, and like a lot of the cards and stuff I've just been putting along here. And then, you know, this is stuff, just different things in here. Like this is a pen. I don't really have a spot that it can really go right now. So I just thought I'd stick it in there, and then as I get to a point that I can put it up, then yeah, I know where it is. But yeah, like this could go in there too. I don't really have a spot for it, so I'm just going to like just stick it down in there. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you put it on this side, you can see some of it anyway. And then if you ever want to know like what is in there or whatever, well, you can just go through it. That's just kind of what I did with it. What do you guys do with this kind of stuff? I didn't want to do a scrapbook because I would never really open the scrapbooks to see it. I've already been there, done that, and I had scrapbooks for 20 years probably that I never opened. And yeah, so I wanted something I could still kind of see the stuff. And it's like, oh, memories from last year, memories from the year before, memories from, you know, like 3 years ago, last year, you know, and all these have like the dates and stuff on them. So that's 2020, 2023. I mean, they all like have their, and yeah, my very first visit to Disney, that was a long time ago. But anyway, yeah, what do you guys do with that? Do you think that's a good idea? Do you have a better idea? I thought about putting some of that stuff kind of in picture frames and putting them up. I have seen some that are like the, shadow boxes that people use, but I feel like I'd have to use a lot of shadow boxes. So this is the other area. So I have now taken this part and this part, and these two are now going to be Disney. I see you, buddy. So these are going to be the Disney shelves now. I just kind of have ears and, you know, pins and a few things on here. I don't really have a whole lot going on into this section. I have decided to cut back on my Universal Wizarding World collection and grow my Disney collection. I just have so much Universal. I'm not tired of it. I'm not done with it. But I think what I'm going to do is cut back on this and start my Disney. So as you can see, I'm still working down here. This is now where my castle is going to go, and all the pieces to it, Hagrid's hut and all that is back there. Haven't really decided what I'm doing with this shelf yet, so it's just temporarily holding right there. And then I moved the wands and stuff over here, and I have my blankets and pillows here in this. This desk could go, and that right there is all Wizarding World pins on these frames and artwork in these pieces. So I'm thinking I may hang those upstairs, or at least put them on the shelves. I haven't decided yet. But this desk could possibly go upstairs. Here's what I'm thinking. It's going to be too long to do the whole thing, right? But this is attached here, right there. So my plan is possibly to disconnect this part and just take this 2/3 of it upstairs and put it up there. But I think even looking at it now, I still think it might be just too big. And I can't take this piece out because this is a whole unit type thing. So I was thinking that this part was only about a foot wide, but now that I'm down here looking at it, those are about 12 inches wide, each one of these little side pieces, but that's definitely more. It's closer to 24 inches, I think. So that will probably be too wide. It would work, but I'm not sure that I would like it. So I don't know. This desk may remain here. I may end up taking the stuff out of it and just turning it around and leaving it in here as just a piece to hold that. I'm not real sure. What do you guys think? Any thoughts on this? But this is just kind of where we are at the moment. And then these pieces are the two that I'm thinking about putting up top. This one and this one. But then I'll have this, and this isn't staying like this. So when I redid this, these shelves are all movable, and these have all the shelves in it, right? So these all line up perfectly. When you get over here, these don't. So what has happened is these shelves in this bigger section, this is a 36-inch area or opening, and I'm not sure, but somehow or another these shelves ended up warping, and so they don't fit exactly right. So we're getting new 36-inch shelves. So these are 36 inches long by 8 inches deep, and they're about 3/4 of an inch thick. So I'm getting 5 new shelves to put here. So they will line up with this whole unit down here when we're done. So that's why I only have like the top 3 kind of filled, and you can see how they don't match up right there, and that bugs the mess out of me. So we're getting new shelves for this. As you can see, there are not holes over here for like this level, and there's not a hole for this level. So we have to go through and drill the holes for that. And then these shelves, I'm missing one. So we have to have one more made. And again, we have to drill the holes in these as well to match up. Not a big deal at all. We just have to drill these holes to make all of this match up. And when it does, then I don't really know if I need to or not over here because the dragon's tail, but we'll see. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do on that part of it. But this is where we are. This is kind of the situation that we're in right now. And we're working on it. It's just taking time, but we are working on it. And as I go through everything, I am moving things around. I'm adding things in. These cabinets right here are full of stuff. This was full of my collections just like yesterday. So you can see, like, these are now all of my empty boxes. These were upstairs in that closet that I'm using for the new studio. Those are the boxes for all of these Department 56 pieces. But I still have stuff now. Now, this is kind of a blank spot right there. That's a pin trading bag for Disney. And all those pins are kind of out in the living room right now. But, yeah, this is more stuff. That's an empty box right there. But all of this is more stuff. And so I've got to go through all of that and decide what I am using and what I'm not using. That is one empty thing that I just did, and this is like where my Cornish Pixies and my Dobby, those are those boxes. Some of these boxes are empty as well. These Scentsies down here, I have the castle, I have the big Hedwig sitting on books, and I have the Hedwig wall plug-in. Those I'm going to end up putting for sale on eBay. I've already showed you that one. And then this one is boxes from that, plus those wand collections are still in those boxes. So all of those wands still need to come out for display. So like I showed you a minute ago, some of my wands are here. Hagrid's wand is still in his box. My New York wands from the Harry Potter New York store, those are actually in their boxes right there, I believe. I don't think any of them are out. No, they're in the boxes. So there's wands in those boxes, and yeah, so I have quite a bit still. But let's go back upstairs. Okay, so we do have all of this wall space that we could bring like some things up here to hang as well. I could do the wands and stuff. I do need to get the case for the map. I'm gonna hang it up. or at least prop it up there. I'm not real sure, but I need to get the case for it. And then we have all this space. So I have my pins on those frames, or in those frames. So I will probably end up bringing some of those up there. It's really funny because this is the only shelf I have set aside for Disney. That's all I have on it. But I do have all of those Doorables that we opened. I have Star Wars and a Disney set. So I may end up doing one of those little shelving things back here and putting them into their rightful places. Just for now anyway. I haven't decided. Alright, so this is a look at what we are going to have. Now I do have some new videos that will be coming up. I have some videos from 2025 that I never put out. Those are fixing to get uploaded. And then I want to show you guys a few things that I got for Christmas. Those are things that you might be interested in. And I have a few items that should be here real soon that have been ordered. And I want to show those to you guys also. So I felt like I needed a new place to do unboxings and stuff for like my collections. So this is a look at the new place one more time. And with that being said, have a wonderful day. And remember, we love you.